Hi, this is Rebecca Levy of kidsviews.com. Welcome to Parenting Bytes, where we are recording live in the Family Tech Pavilion at CES 2016. I am joined in the studio, as always, by Amy Ostan of selfishmom.com, Andrea Smith, tech journalist extraordinaire, and for our first segment today, we have a special guest, Robin Raskin, founder of Living in Digital Times, which I'm going to have Robin explain because it's just a giant mega conference of its own.
It's a pretty weird thing. Living in Digital Times, that's what we all do. And the idea is to come to a show like CES and not just see aisles of products, but to put them in a context. And one of the most important contexts is the family, kids, and moms. And that's why we're all here.
That
so
is
thanks
totally
for
why
having
we're all
me.
here. So that's going to be our first topic. We're going to talk to Robin. We're going to find out what family tech is all about, even though we talk about it every week on the show. When you are in a place where it is every new product imaginable, every trend imaginable, it's something entirely different. Topic 2 is going to be a special segment all about Lenovo. They are our CES sponsor, and we're really excited about that because they had some amazing new products.
Great stuff.
And then our third segment, of course, will be our Bytes of the Week, which will be a little different because it's the Bytes of CES, which takes on a whole different me-wide
chunks.
Yeah, really, it's a mouthful. So let's jump right in with topic 1 with Robin Raskin. So Robin, I'm going to say that we have been living in digital times. You've been doing this for a very long time. I've been a part of it for about 4 years and have watched it grow, even just those 4 years, from like a much smaller part of the main part of CES to more and more and more.
She's taking
over
here.
the Venetian now, and
Yeah.
you kicked out the adult entertainment show. Let's get real.
right.
Hallelujah.
Family
And
tech
you
in
know
place
that
of
we
porn.
put it to a foundation that helps seniors and disabled people with technology to enable them to have better lives. So actually, porn worked really well. It transferred into something really good. And really, CES, we were just in the right time in the right place, but technology, it's not for technology's sake anymore. You know, they say at CES, we have a saying, we say, technology is possible, sure, but how do you make it meaningful? And that's what we're trying to do.
Right, and I think, people talk about technology in this very highfalutin, like nebulous way. Technology's good, technology's bad. We're getting a little dose of music technology right now in the background. But really, everyone has incorporated it into their lives on a basic daily way, whether it's looking at your smartphone, working on apps, Skyping your grandparents. And we're seeing so much of that here at the show.
Yeah. So I think what's happened is the building blocks were all here. Mobile technology. Oh my God, let's dance.
You need technology to drown out music, but that's okay because it's still going to sound
But
fine.
if you look
Keep
at
going.
sensors, the cloud, mobile technology, all of those building blocks have helped us think about not just building cool gadgets, but how they can start to talk to each other. Thermostats, great example. You walk in, you want your thermostat to control your washing machine so that you're washing at the most efficient time. You want these appliances talking to your home, the lights go on,
Yep.
you're getting the car, it's warm for you. So all of these things will increase our comfort. They'll also increase our safety. When you're a woman driving alone, or when you're with your family,
Yeah.
you want a safe car seat, you want a safe driving experience, you want to know if something happens to your car, everybody knows your GPS coordinates that needs to know them. So it's these things, and for kids and their grandparents, the relationships that are established because of a FaceTime or a Skype or getting on various technologies together, they're a part of each other's lives. So it sort of breaks down that age barrier that we always had.
It's really interesting because, I think a lot of people have this perception that seniors are very scared of technology and it's just the little kids are going to show them how to do it and then everyone else. But really what you see here on the show floor, there's so much technology about empowering seniors, and most seniors are jumping into it. I mean, they want to be, I don't know anyone who's not using an iPad. My father-in-law, who we joke that his BlackBerry was his little black notebook forever. But not only is he on his iPad all the time, but he can use emojis like there's nobody's business.
And it makes
Bowls
them
a straight
part of,
100,
It
right?
makes them a part of the family when you enable that and bring them into the family so that they can do the same thing that their grandchildren are doing.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
really empowering to them. But you've been doing this a long time. You've been seeing family tech. Can you talk a little bit about like how you've seen it evolve over the years? Because we talk about tech for the sake of tech, but how has this become really useful to people?
So I think the big aha change was when tech got out of that corner room in your back office and went into your pocket. If you take that further, it was in your pocket, well now it's in every appliance. So if you take that further, not only is it every appliance that you control with your phone, but now they, as I said, talk to each other. That is really fundamental. And then the feedback systems that come out of this as we collaborate. So yeah, we talked about older people who can now stay in their own homes because you can see who's coming to the door, you can answer buttons and know who's there before you, you can let somebody in if you're out of town. Those things will change life, and all of a sudden it becomes technology in a context that is manageable. And you're seeing these sort of Uber systems, and I don't care, it may be Apple and it may be Google and it may be Microsoft and it may be LG and it may be Lenovo, but you're going to pick something and have everything from your bathroom scale to your toothbrush to your oven all sort of cooperating with you. We're not there yet.
Right.
And it keeps us gainfully employed until that's there. But
it is interesting, I think, this idea of connection that's really emerged over the last few years, socially, in your home, all these ideas. And then we see here, everyone trying to attempt to find a way to get everything to talk to each other. So everyone's making things that are connected, but then how do you get and then everyone has a different thing, and it's kind of overwhelming.
I have 5 different camera systems in my house, so I have to go to 5 different apps to figure out what's going on. I need them all to talk to each other because I don't want to start over and get new cameras that are all the same brand.
And that's always the biggest problem with technology. The tech happens and the infrastructure isn't there. So like, who are you going to call? Like, where do you look up, I have a problem connecting things in the phone? But you're going to see those things. You're seeing stores already have connected home areas. You're seeing people specializing in it. You're seeing people certified in accessibility things for older people or disabled people. So you're seeing colleges doing entrepreneurial programs. So I think the legislation, regulation, social mores is all starting to catch up with tech. And face it, it's a big experiment. We really don't know how it's all going to play out, but if we keep talking about it, especially as parents, you keep talking about this with your kids. I got a note from the bank. I don't know whether I believe it. Should you believe it? Then you have a moment with your kids where you're saying, we're all living in an internet-connected world where things are not always as they seem, but we're going to figure out together.
I think that's the biggest lesson for kids, right? Like, I know when the email started, think about all the people who would forward you those stupid email chains. And what was interesting is my daughter's got email accounts, and now it's happening on Instagram. Those came around all again. I'm like, are you kidding? People are still doing that? But they get these Instagram posts. They're like, if you don't repost this Instagram or give me 16 likes, then you're going to have bad luck for 7 years. And you sort of see these old tropes.
Same stuff you got.
Emerge.
I know some very intelligent adults who will post the Facebook scam saying, I'm sorry, I know it's probably not true, but just in case.
Mark Zuckerberg is giving us $1 million tonight. Right. So, we're learning how to look at our kids and not look at our phone all the time. We have to check our own behaviors as much as our kids. What cracks me up here, everybody at the show, 176,000 people have their out of office message on. You know what? They all have their offices in their pocket. Like, why are they doing that?
Yeah. I know. I think about that every time I put an out of office message. Instead, I just write like, I'm not looking at your stupid emails this week.
No, yours was smart. It
Mine
didn't
was
say
good,
that
right?
you weren't going to answer. It was like, I might not get to it as quickly as I usually would, but obviously you're still looking. We all are.
We all are. And what I love is you walk through these halls here, they're very crowded. They're always packed with people, but now it's even worse because not only is everyone moving from one location to the other, but they're like this looking at their phone. So it's like lemmings banging into each other.
I've seen a lot of collisions today. Yeah. And some of them are on rolling things, hoverboard things.
They're not supposed to be.
Flying things is a big thing at this show. And actually, it was a lot of discussion about how to let things fly and the regulations about them. And virtual reality, can you imagine next year when we're here and everybody's got virtual reality glasses on?
I know. I actually saw Spec has a new phone case that then has the little virtual reality
pops
attached and it pops right out. And I'm like, that is crazy that it's just readily a part of your phone case that pops out and goes onto your phone. Was
Right.
so weird and so cool, and you can see how it's just the beginning.
So we'll be sitting here saying, where should we have dinner? Well, I don't know. Let's check out Tao. And we'll put
Right.
on our glasses. We'll check it out.
Let's check out Tao.
And
Or
then-
we'll fly a drone over it.
But
See.
the amazing thing is in all of this tech, we're all here making
Right.
personal contacts, and that's when things happen, I think.
So, how many years have you done living in digital times?
I've done living in digital times for 8 years, but I was a journalist in technology for
Right.
about the 30 before that.
And you started the family PC mag, right?
I did. I felt like technology was going to change every family's life. And I guess I kind of got that one right. And that was just when there was a desktop PC.
You know what?
Right.
I feel like today there's still, I mean, nobody has magazines anymore, really. Nobody reads them, but I still feel like there's a place for something like that where families can go and learn about the latest tech and understand it and understand how to incorporate it
Right.
healthfully into their lives.
Yes, that's what we
But-
do in our podcast
Right.
every week.
But yeah,
Okay.
you learn at the podcast. This year at the show, we have a beauty tech area. Marie Claire is sponsoring it with us. I mean, it's gone mainstream. We have a baby tech area. So if you look at all these, areas, there's just techs everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
And this is the way to focus on it.
Well, that's great. Well, thank you for joining us today, Robin. Thanks for
Love
putting
being
on the
with you
show
guys.
again.
Thank you for doing family tech.
Always
we love
have
it.
you here, forever
We
and
love
ever.
it. And we will be right back with our second topic, Lenovo. Thanks. So today we are really fortunate. We are sponsored by Lenovo, the world's #1 PC maker. See what new innovations are happening at Lenovo today. And actually, we're going to talk about them right
And
now.
I saw some.
Me too. It's hard to miss, actually. They take over an
They have a huge
entire
presence here.
restaurant upstairs at the Venetian. And we saw them last night at PepCom, and then Andrea saw them another time.
Mhm, they were at CES unveiled, so I've been
Yep.
checking out the new products, and it's interesting because they make, of course they have the ThinkPad line, but they also they focus on business, but then they also make this really great consumer line. And I have to tell you, the laptop that I brought to CES with me is a Lenovo laptop. It's the La VZ. It's an older laptop, but it weighs less than 2 pounds.
Wow.
I know.
It's amazing.
It makes a huge difference.
Yeah, yeah. So here they had the yoga line, and I think you saw it. And I'm sure you're familiar, but
Oh,
for
yeah.
our listeners who may not be, the yoga lets you kind of. It has a unique hinge, and it lets you turn the laptop into a tablet. You turn it 360 degrees. You can put it in tent mode. You can kind of hang it. You can put it in presentation mode.
That's why it's yoga. It's all bendy.
It's a yoga, exactly.
Yes, it can do
exactly.
things that I can't
It does
do.
sun salutations,
So
and
there's
downward
the
dog.
Yoga
and-
900 and the Yoga 900S.
Which is gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
It's actually really
so
gorgeous.
light. It's ridiculously
It's
light.
2.2 pounds, and it's like an inch thick,
Yeah.
which was crazy.
No, less.
Is it less
Oh,
than an inch?
less.
Oh, it's half an
Oh,
inch.
yeah,
right,
like-
because they gave it
a
to us in
little more,
millimeters.
Right,
yeah.
because I kept saying
half an inch.
and you kept the USB because I was so
Right, right,
worried
right.
they were going to take out the USB and put in USB-C, which I'm not ready for. I'm sorry. I know
Right.
we're at CES, but I'm not ready for that.
Well, so it's basically, so we were talking about it yesterday. It's a great machine for a high school student and a college student, I think. It gives you everything you need for that kind of work.
Yeah, it's powerful enough to use at home, but then it's light enough to put in your backpack and take
Yeah.
anywhere with
Yeah.
Right.
you.
Yeah.
And it's what you need. You're not doing heavy video editing. You're not doing heavy
Right.
work. You can do Photoshop. You can do your email. You're writing papers. You're doing your research.
Which is great for a student. It's great
Right.
for a kid. It's great for a second laptop,
Yeah.
around the house.
And did you see the new matching mouse?
Yes.
No.
Oh my god, it's so cute.
The mouse is the best part.
It's like the same.
How did I miss that?
It's kind of bendy. It's kind of like an upside down V shape,
Or
like
flat.
or flat. If you can then spin the top so that it's
Oh.
flat, and it's a remote control for any Windows computer. It
Oh,
can
cool. So
like
you can
for
do a
playback
presentation?
and yeah,
Yes,
or playback
and walk
and
around.
volume.
Ah, that's
Yep.
awesome.
You can walk
It's
around
so
and do
cute.
your presentation. It comes in all the cool colors.
And it comes with a dongle, but it's also Bluetooth, so you don't have to use up that precious USB port.
Yeah, yeah. Wow.
yeah, they were very proud of the mouse
I
yesterday.
have
He was
to
like,
go
you have
back
to see the
I've
mouse.
seen I thought I saw everything.
No,
Now I
it's
need the
so
mouse.
cute.
Okay, so I saw something really cool, and I really feel like Lenovo is kind of taking it to the next level here. They've taken a home PC and they've added a movie projector. They've
Yeah.
turned it into a movie
that thing
projector.
is
It's
cool.
the Idea Center 610S. It looks like a little, I don't know, it looks like a little mini like R2D2 thing that you would find in Star Wars. It's black and it's small, and you would connect
Right.
your
I
own
had to ask
monitor.
Andrea. I'm like, is that it? Like, I
That's
was
it.
so
It.
So it
confused
comes
'cause
with
it's
an
tiny.
optional removable projector.
That sits
And
right
know,
on top.
They did the Yoga tablet, the Yoga Pro 3 tablet that has that built-in projector. So
Yeah.
they put this in. So now you can turn your PC into a movie theater. You can rock a 100-inch screen on your wall.
I
Yeah.
know. I love that you could do it anywhere too. So you could take it anywhere. It's so because
Yeah.
the hard drive, the tower is teeny
The
tiny.
tower is teeny
It's
tiny, and then
teeny.
you don't really need a monitor. Like if on the fly, you
Right.
can just use your computer with the projector.
I know.
Yeah,
It's
or here's what's cool. You can use it with a monitor and the projector at the same time. So you could be working and your kids could be watching a movie.
Yeah.
Well, what's so crazy is 100 inches. So aside from my husband, I don't think anyone wants a 100-inch TV in their house because you can only imagine what it looks like when it's off and it's just black. But now you have a 100-inch TV.
Yeah.
So
Right.
suddenly, and then it's gone.
On
when
any
you're
wall
gone,
you
on
want.
any blank wall.
And you don't have to use it only with the 650 or the 610. You can use it with anything. You can plug your phone in there. You can use it with something else. You can just take it totally separate from the little computer.
Or you could take it to grandma's house.
Yeah.
So it's totally cool because, we've walked around, we've seen all these laptops, and, after a while they start to look alike a little bit. How thin can you get it? How light
Yeah.
can you get it? And I feel like Lenovo's pushing it, pushing that envelope, trying to innovate. And we've talked a lot about innovation here this year. So it's nice to see some innovation in a product that we already use.
Yeah. Plus, it's a great price point too.
Oh, starting at $699.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. I think for families especially, you have to constantly think about when you're buying new technology, who it's for in the family, and then how it's going to last and be passed down, because a lot of times kids get the passed down, and this is a total...
No, I think Amy did get her son a Lenovo. It wasn't a hand-me-down.
He had actually been using one of my hand-me-downs, which was stolen,
Ah.
and then Lenovo gave us the Y50, which is because my son's a gamer, so he needed something that he could do all of his normal school stuff on. But then when he wasn't doing that stuff, he wasn't throwing it in a backpack and taking it anywhere. He needed a powerful machine. So that's the other end.
Ah.
The Y50 is amazing. Like, I've borrowed it to do my video editing because it's faster than my computer.
So now it's a hand-me-up.
All right,
Yeah.
now we just sound like weirdo groupies, but we will be right back with our Bytes of CES right after this. We are back with our final segment of Parenting Bytes live from CES, sponsored by Lenovo. And we have our Bytes of the week, which are Bytes of CES, because how could they not be, which is crazy where we are.
Because we've seen so many things here.
We've seen so many things in a very short, we have a lot of days left to keep doing it.
Yeah.
And I think we should start with Andrea, because Andrea's seen the most. Andrea's had the most
And
to
her mouth
hear.
moves the least right now. So yeah, that's true. I have seen a lot. Some of this, so I do like the wearables, I have to say. The partnership between Misfit and Swarovski, I just love. I had the opportunity to chat with the president or CEO of Swarovski. He's a 5th generation Swarovski. Like there's
Oh,
a real
wow.
family.
Wow.
I said to him, "You're
Cool.
like dynasty," and they are just loving making beautiful jewelry. And incorporating technology that works into it. So giving you, in fact, actually I'm wearing one of them, so since we're on camera today, I'll show the bling. And so incorporating...
That's a wearable?
yeah, well,
Yeah.
this is just the Swarovski bracelet,
Oh.
but what they've done is they've incorporated a holder for the Misfit Shine, which if
Oh,
you're
so
familiar
smart.
with it, is a round circular activity tracker. That tracks your steps and your calories and your intake and your sleep and stuff like that. So Misfit is a product I've worn for a long time. Now they're both together. So I love this wearable. And then I have to tell you about a wearable that I saw that I was like, huh? Somebody made a bracelet that is this beautiful wearable and it holds your earbuds. So you basically open the container and your earbuds are in there so that you don't lose them. And then you put your earbuds on. This is technology
Wow.
that I go, why?
Oh, no.
Why did you make this?
Oh, I would love that.
Oh no.
Yes.
You're kidding.
My daughters
would
would love that.
I
They
would
can,
love-
Oh my
they
God.
can
Not
never
have-
find their earbuds ever.
Yeah, I never have them with me when I need them, and when I do, they're all tangled. Oh, yeah,
You
totally.
would wear them on your wrist.
Are they
totally
Bluetooth
do.
earbuds?
Well, they're wireless. Yeah, they're
Okay.
Bluetooth earbuds, so you can wrap them around the back or you can put them in the
Who
front.
makes that?
I have the picture for
Okay,
you, I will tell you.
I love
Okay.
that.
And then lastly, I have to say one thing that I've worn here that has really kept me going. We talked earlier about being connected and reading your email and seeing your text messages, and I've needed to be connected, is the Microsoft Band 2. Because I wear it, it's tracking my steps, which I love because I'm walking all over creation here. But when I'm in a meeting or doing an interview, I can just flick my wrist and see, oh, that's a text message. I need to know right now I have to excuse myself. Or, oh, that's a phone call from my husband. I can call him back later. And you know that it gives you the notifications. It's not just an activity tracker. So that's been a real lifesaver
My
for
favorite
me.
thing about, because I'm wearing the original Band and I need to upgrade, but my favorite thing is that you can actually give them a list of people you want notifications for. So I only get the notifications if it's from a family member. I love that.
I love that. Okay, that's me.
Amy?
Okay, so I was just checking out the LG Twin Wash system. If it weren't so big, I would steal it and bring it back to my house right
Under
now.
your skirt.
Like, I want it now. I love it that much. What it is it's, you know those pedestal washers where sometimes on the bottom they have a drawer for storage or a drawer for the detergent? This is an extra washer in that drawer. And even if you have an older LG front loader, you can still get this system and put it under. You don't need a brand new LG washer
The pedestal
to do it.
goes right under it.
Pedestal goes right under, and it's separate temperature, separate. You can
You can wash one hot.
one hot,
You could do
the
your
other one
delicate.
cold.
One
You can do
cold.
your delicates, or this is the scenario that would be happening in my house all the time.
no.
It's 1 a.m, I'm headed to bed. I realize that my husband doesn't have any underwear, and I already have the washer going with something else. I could put in a bunch of underwear on the bottom. So,
Or he could.
That's
you
not
know
the
what?
scenario in
That's not
Amy's
the
house.
scenario.
No, he's not allowed to do laundry. That's a whole other story. No, he would if he could. He's been banned. So I absolutely adore this thing. It's so smart because the washer is already that big. They already have those pedestals that aren't doing a whole lot underneath. So to actually put another washer under there, genius.
And it comes in the black stainless too. I
The
think.
black
It's
stainless
gorgeous.
and it's not black. I don't know why they keep calling it black
I know.
stainless. It's more like gunmetal. It's
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
fingerprints. It's gorgeous.
Very nice.
All right, we know what we're getting Amy for
For
Valentine's
what?
Day.
Yes, please.
When I win the lottery, if I win the Powerball, Amy, I'll buy
No,
you
if you win
that.
the Powerball, I'm getting more than that.
So we saw a lot of stuff last night at an event called PepCom, which is just sort of a giant press event where you get to see an overview of a lot of stuff. And there was a lot of stuff for kids and families and all that good stuff. And I love Lego. I love Lego Mindstorms. I love the whole robotics program, but it's hard and it's advanced and it's for older kids. And they have a new Lego education product. It's called We Do. And it's bringing basically robotics and coding with Lego down to grades 2 through 4.
Oh wow.
And it's amazing. So it has a full kit and it's for the classroom or as a parent and a homeschooler. Each kit is good for 2 kids. And it has a whole guide with it of curriculum stuff, but they build something and then that building of that thing, so they'll do like the study of pollination, and then they build a flower and a robotic bee that then buzzes around, and then there's software that goes with it so they can see the steps that make the bee turn and buzz around the flower, and they can alter it. They can change the time by doing coding blocks, so basically shifting the blocks. So it's very similar to other coding like Blockly and things like that kids are used to, even Scratch, where they're basically just moving the text boxes, and this is visual, so it even works for younger kids. It
That's very cool.
is so cool. It's amazing for homeschool. They have a whole homeschool program. And I just think it takes the fear out of it for teachers who want to incorporate some kind of coding and technology into their classroom, but elementary school teachers are generalists.
Right.
So that can be very intimidating, and this takes all of that out of it. It is a very doable and affordable way to bring robotics and coding into the classroom, and
we've-
science.
And we've talked about how it's just a different way of thinking. So if you can get them
Yep.
thinking that way, that young, it's going to stick.
It's going to stick,
Yeah.
and they're not even going to know. They all love Lego. Like, what
And
kid
they're not
doesn't
going to
love
be
Lego?
scared of it.
They're not going to be scared of it. It's totally gender neutral. And the other thing that's cool about it is there's one project that you make, and then there's all these open-ended projects that go along with that same kit, which I thought was great, because it's not like, build your Millennium Falcon and now glue it, put it
Yeah.
on your windowsill. This is actually, they can keep reusing for each group of kids or for those kids. So that was my favorite thing of the show so far. So that is it. We were live from CES. We survived.
In Las Vegas.
We're still sort of standing. Live from Las Vegas from CES 2016. Thanks, Amy. I'm so glad you made it to Vegas.
Yes,
So
me
glad.
too.
And
Thanks,
live from the
Andrea.
Family Tech Pavilion, which has been
Family
really fun.
Tech Pavilion, which is an incredible part of CES. It really is. I think it's the most interesting technology because it's what really impacts us every day.
Yep.
So check it out online at Family Tech Summit. And check us out, and Mommy Tech TV, where you can watch the video version of this, where I'm like scratching my nose and forgetting that I'm also on video.
We actually have a live video component this time, so that's cool.
So
we'll
you can
post
see,
it.
you can see Andrea's fabulous
You can see
bracelet,
Andrea's purple.
and Andrea's all in purple, of course. And for those of you who don't know, just hear us talk about it, you'll see Andrea in her purple glory. Check us out on Facebook.com/ParentingBytes, on Twitter #ParentingBytes, and on iTunes. Parenting Bytes. Rate us, review us, subscribe, and of course on play.it, where you'll find Parenting Bytes and all the other CBS podcasts. Until next week.
See you in New York.
Bye. See you in New York. Bye.